right. Hey, Linda.
Yay.
Hi, everybody.
November. It's November. Kelly, I'll let you take it because I know it's an abundant season over there for you if you want to jump right in.
It's
And
okay.
then I've got you if you need to bounce.
Oh, no, I appreciate it. I just hung up the phone and I put away from keyboard, so I should be good. Miss Lindsay Higgs, welcome. That's the cutest thing ever. Hi, everyone. Happy November. I hope wherever you are getting a little taste of this unseasonably, amazingly warm weather we're having in the Midwest. I'm about to go change out of this and into a t-shirt. Laura's in a tank top. It's bananas. I'm hoping that doesn't mean that we're going to get like 2 feet of snow the week of Thanksgiving, but I have a feeling that that's what's happening. Anyhow, welcome in. I have been tasked with sharing our promos and specials for the month. I'm going to go super quick because I know Laura has lots to share with us about Diamond Club, and then we have a few other things that we can always talk about as well, just to make sure that you feel supported. So first up, we have our 10% off item of the month is the Adaptive Soft Gels. Forgive me, I have none of my props nearby me because I'm just on the phone at work, but that's okay. So if you are not familiar with the Adaptive Soft Gels, it's really cool. So it's a blend of essential oils plus botanicals, all of course certified pure therapeutic grade, that work in conjunction together to help manage stress, which I think we can all use. Part of me wishes that this was the promo in October. I think we all could have used a little bit more of that yesterday. But definitely as we get into the holiday season, it can be a really stressful time for a lot of people. We're wrapping up Q4. Our bodies need a little bit more nervous system support. So this is a great way to do that. Probably the biggest question I get asked with the Adaptive Soft Gels is when do I take it? And can I take my Adaptive Soft Gels with other stuff? So I think just like anything, it's all bio individual. Lindsay, Laura, Linda, feel free to chime in here if you have anything to weigh in. But my response is usually like, take it when it works for you. Consistency is going to be better than timing every single time. So if you're in a season of a lot of high stress, or just there's like a lot of tension or high emotions, and you're in the morning, you're doing your glow shot, right? Hands up. You're doing your glow shot in the morning and you just want to pop your adaptive soft gel, then great. If not, and you want to do it on more of like an ad hoc as needed basis, like you just got out of this really high pressure meeting and you're just feeling really overwhelmed, you can take one as needed too. It's not like you can really OD on adaptive soft gels. And now I probably wouldn't take 10 in a day. You might have a little bit of an upset tummy, but we have Digestin for that. So just be mindful of your body. But I would start with one a day if you're in a sort of chronically high stress season. You can kind of do that as part of your daily supplement routine. So those are 10% off. What I thought was really interesting as I was doing a little bit more of a refresh research this morning is that the botanicals and oils in the adaptive soft gels also help support cognitive function, which makes a lot of sense to me because there's a huge relationship between your brain and your emotions. I know Laura could probably teach us an entire class on that. But I thought that was really cool. So maybe if you don't necessarily feel like you need the emotional support, but you're in a season where you are wanting to work more on your cognition and brain function, that might be something to try out. Yeah, like a focused calm. I love that. So anything to chime in on, ladies, about the adaptive soft gels before I move on?
I take 2 a day.
When do you take yours?
So I have some supplements that I can take on an empty stomach that I've learned that I can take on an empty stomach. I take a lot of stuff, and I'm very glad that I don't have to take 12 LLV because I still take a lot of stuff. But I take them on an empty stomach in the morning. I'm doing the 30-day cleanse right now. So when I don't do my glow shot until I eat because that's like more vitamins and I need food with that. But I take it in the morning. I just take them in the morning when I'm oiling up. And then I'll take one in the afternoon when I eat lunch, when I'm taking my Terrazyme. I have noticed that if I take 2, I'm super calm and I'll take a really good nap.
Oh,
If
you
you
could
take
all use more of that.
I take a good nap, super calm, or I'll take 2 if I'm going to a very, very high stressed situation. It's proactive and reactive. I can tell that I haven't been taking them consistently when I'm super like my nervous system is like all over the place and I'm super triggery. And I have been taking them since they came out. And when I'm in a high stress season, I'll take one in the morning and one in the afternoon. And I'm cool all day.
I love that. Awesome.
I take mine at night. I take one with my sleep routine.
Oh, does it help you sleep?
Yeah, my sleep has really improved. I take the Serenity and all that. So
Oh, nice. That's, I mean, especially if you deal with like me, nighttime anxiety or like I call it monkey mind, where you like do your whole sleep routine and you're in bed and everything is good and then your brain just won't shut up. I imagine that's a really good little hack for that too. I know I'm not alone in having monkey mind late at night. Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Linda. All right. Next up, we have our free product of the month, which is free for anyone who does a 125 PV LRP or rewards order. So that's your monthly auto ship order. By the 15th of the month, you're going to get a free bottle of Raven Sarah. This is a unicorn oil, so it's not one that we're able to purchase regularly. So this is like the best time to get those unicorn oils when you don't have to pay for them because you're buying your supplements and the rest of your health stuff anyway. So Raven Sarah is actually already in some of our blends that we've experienced before. It's in the Breathe blend. It's part of the eucalyptus camphor family as a plant. So excuse me, it's gonna be very like opening. It's literally gonna help open and expand the airways. So really great as we head into flu season or candy and lack of sleep and vitamin D and germ season. It also, I thought was really interestingly connected to our emotions. So in very much the same way that it opens and expands our airways, it also helps to open and expand the mind. So it really helps us to focus and reinvigorate. It'd be a great addition to like a yoga practice, a meditation practice, really any kind of like an embodiment flow that you do, whether that's like somatic breath work or expressive dance or Pilates or lifting, whatever that might be. Throw some Raven Sarah on your chest, maybe do a little palm inhale with that before and see how that maybe shifts the chatter in your mind a little bit as you're going through that experience. It also helps us to accept challenging seasons in our life, which really resonated with me because how often do we just dig our heels in when things are hard? Our lizard brains do not like that. We want the path of least resistance. And so this is going to be a really powerful oil, I think, for lots of us right now, as we're in the middle of these challenging seasons. If you're feeling like I really don't want to be doing this, or I want to throw up, or I want to run away, try to get some Raven Sarah going in your life. Yes, exactly. And through that, it helps us to discover the lessons and the growth that we're needing to experience by going through this challenging season. Ultimately, it teaches us to remain receptive to spirit, universe, God, whatever word you want to use for that, and just allow the breath of life to flow through us in very much the same way that it's going to help us physically allow the breath to flow through our lungs. So I thought it was a pretty cool I don't know, the tie together there was pretty neat. Yeah, right, Laura. I thought of you. I thought of lots of people actually when I was reading that this morning. We all could use some extra Raven Sarah for sure. So that one's free. Just make sure you do your 125 PV order by the 15th. I won't go over them all, but the last little thing I have to say is that the holiday products are available. So if you go to this link here, you can see all of the holiday stuff and its availability. Laura's been great at sharing with us in our WhatsApp group as things sell out. It's like the doTERRA Hunger Games. So far, nothing has completely sold out, and it's the 6th of the month, which I am amazed about and so happy. So doTERRA must have heard our cry from the last decade or so of holiday stuff selling out super, super fast. So before I turn over to Laura, I would love to hear the one thing you all are most excited about ordering from the holiday catalog. Okay, Laura's most excited about the wild orange manuka honey. I picked some of that up too.
The lip gloss, got like 5 of them.
Did you? I almost did. I got one and then I put my order through and I like immediately had, what's the opposite of buyer's remorse? Like I was mad I didn't buy more, So we'll
yeah,
see.
I was mad I didn't buy more, but I feel like it will happen again.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for the lip gloss. I'm actually most excited for the Yule Log blend because the oils in there like speak to my soul. It's all like the woodsy, woodland fairy vibey kind of oils. So I haven't gotten my box yet, but I'm most excited for that one. I love a new fun Christmassy blend. Linda, how about you? Is it the honey for you too? Yeah, awesome. I'm excited to put that in some tea. Should be amazing. All right, well, that about wraps it up. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Laura, who's going to share with us about Diamond Club. I'm sure everyone is surprised to be hearing the words Diamond Club coming out of our mouths yet again, but it's the last month, which is a really exciting time. And I think we're super, super close to our goal if we haven't already hit it yet. So feel free to share.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Diamond Club. What's Diamond Club? Hopefully we all know what Diamond Club is at this point. It's the final month of Diamond Club. So I actually wanted to start with some shout outs and some celebrations. Linda got her 3rd enrollment this month. She's had an enrollment every month of Diamond Club. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna cry, Linda. Like, I'm so proud of you because I know how nervous you were about sharing on social media, and it was really scary for you. And you have just showed up, and you showed up when you're sick. You showed up like no matter what's happening, and you're just doing it, and you're just sharing your beautiful voice. And it's become like your thing, Linda. Like, she sits outside and it's like beautiful and the birds are chirping and she's like talking about her oils. And I just love it so much. So like, you inspire me, Linda, that like, when you're authentic, when you just show up and do it really scared when you want to throw up, like, magic can happen. So I just like really want to give you a shout out, and you're doing so good. And like, Linda, would you share with us like what's been working for you? Are these people that are reactivating? Are they like, oh, I think I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna see if I can unmute you. Let's see. I asked to unmute.
Oh.
This is the time. Yay, I can hear you. Okay.
Yeah, and actually, it's for me, it's been a reminder because in my day-to-day life, I think people get tired of hearing from me, because I eat, live, sleep, breathe oils. So it's like if they see me, so, but then I forget there are people that don't know, or that, that I should be sharing my oils with. So, um, you talk about the 3rd cousin twice removed. I just had a cousin contact me about her 90-year-old mother, and sent her some of the VMG. You don't know. You don't know. So we'll see. So it is amazing. So it's a combination of people from way in my past, and it's surprising. And then, of course, like, I had that author, and that was like, I got a lot of interaction, and some of them actually stayed around, so they're going to hear about the oils, but not, I mean, just in my stories.
I love it so much. So like what Linda was talking about, she tagged one of her favorite authors, and then her author reshared her post, and then all these new people, fun people came in, and Linda's kind of finding her pillars and what she wants to talk about. She said, I think I need to talk about books and oils. And I was like, yeah, like we're here for all of it. So that's so cool, Linda. And then I had another celebration. I really wanted to celebrate. This is another one. I'm just gonna cry. I'm just gonna cry the whole team call. My girl, Lynn's, because Lynn's got her enrollment as well this month. And she's been reaching out to people too. And I just see this theme of like, right, life is just crazy right now. And I know that you guys have been going through so much. Life is lifey, things are happening. And Lindsay reached out to me, and she was like, what are you texting people? I think I'm going to reach out to people. And it's scary. It's scary to text people. It's scary to reach out. And Linz and Linda both want to go to leadership, and we have to help 5 people enroll with 100 PV between now and January to go to leadership. And I'm just like, my girls are coming into San Antonio with us. Like, it's going to be so fun. And Liz, so like, Linz, I see you. I know this was really freaking hard. I'm like so excited for you. I like saw in the Diamond Club dashboard, like Lindsay and her person light up, and it just, so like, if you will share a little bit with us, Linz, like what's working for you? How are you like finding success? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. The power is in the follow-up for sure, because I did get 5 yeses. So if they all follow through, and I've created all the links, there's a couple of snags. People, life is lifey for everybody. One of my old customers who wants to reactivate with me. She's like, oh, I reached out to her and I said, you know, my team's doing Diamond Club, blah, 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 blah. We have a code for some freebies. I've seen that you haven't ordered in a year. You can reactivate for free. You can get this for free, for free, for free, for free. And free is for her. I knew free was for her. And she loves to use oils on her kids. And she's going to reactivate. So she's like, yeah, I just haven't had a chance to. Thanks for reminding me. I was like, wonderful. And then unfortunately her grandmother passed away yesterday morning. And she's like, you know, I'll get back to you. And I was like, I'm here for you, whatever it is that you need. If you want to call and, you know, talk and vent. We were in, I met her through Instagram, through a Beachbody community when I used to work out at home before I went back into the gym. So I met her through there and she became a customer years ago, like 4 years ago. And, she knows that it's only through the end of November. She's like, don't worry, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to, you know, she's got the link, she's got the code. We just got to talk about what she wants to, you know, re-up on. So life is lifey for everybody. I have a person who's like, you know, going to wait until Friday. And I just got a message doing my account now, you know, just right now as we speak. So it's 5 yeses and I know that it's going to happen. So I'm pretty stoked for that. But everybody, it's crazy when I came back into sharing on my stories and people were like, it's so glad to see your face. I'm so glad you're sharing again. I need oils. Like, I need you. And I was just like, gonna freaking cry. And I'm like, this is like why I do what I do. It's not my first rodeo. It's been since 2016 since I've been sharing oils, you know, well, 2017 when I started doing the actual business. But that's what's so great about doTERRA is it's always going to be here for you. It's always going to be here for you no matter what you go through. And I've created a safe space for me to be able to thrive. And now I have like 10 boxes in my office right now that I have to go through to get all my welcome packets put together. So I'm going through boxes this morning and I was like, oh, there's my oil Bible. I know I have last year's versions that I'm going to be giving out to people. But it's just so funny that when it rains, it pours. And I gave myself a goal for 5 people in 2 months and I got 5 yeses in 24 hours.
Which is insane. So amazing. Like,
and there's only one. These are all people that I have already knew previously that I've already planted that seed. These are not brand new people that are coming out of the woodwork. These are people that know what I do, want to either reactivate or one is from a chiropractor's office that I used to work for, and the chiropractor got the account, but she was the manager and she would order through his account. It's so old that she's just going to get her own account now. So it's just, you know, planting the seed and creating those relationships. And people know that I'm authentic with what I do, but they also know that I've been going through some stuff because I've been making it, you know, known on social media to a point, you know, that, hey, I'm going through some stuff, I'm struggling, but your girl's back. So if you need something, this is what I got going on. And it's just like, it was awesome it was a great feeling and validation of the relationships that I do have with people, you know, and it's validation that I should be doing what I love to do.
I love that, Linz. I saw your stories too yesterday and it inspired me because you talked again about moving teams. And it's something I feel like I talked about a couple of times right when it happened and I like came over and we made the big change, but then I felt some kind of way about it and then I never mentioned anything again. And so I just wanted to thank you for that because it inspired me. I was like, oh yeah, I have not talked about that in quite a long time. And, you know, say it once, say it never. People probably don't remember that at all. Or when they did hear it the first time, it like didn't click in for whatever reason, or they weren't ready yet then. So yeah, thanks for that.
I remember seeing you talk about it on your stories. And I was like, well, this is the perfect time. You know, if you don't know, now you know.
Mm-hmm.
We got a new vibe. We got a better vibe. We got, you know, the best vibe. So
it's so funny too, how like I felt so crazy about it, but you know, when it first happened. And so like, oh, I have to
so much anxiety.
It's so weird. Maybe it's just like
ridiculous.
I don't know. Maybe it's a getting older thing and my give a damn is just a lot
because we actually care.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's interesting. Now I'm like, oh, it doesn't really make a difference now. And we did everything above board, of course, and we just want to help people. And that's all that it really comes down to. There's nothing weird or shady going on.
It's not that serious.
It's really not. It's really not that serious. This gets to be fun. I think that's the new thing I'm trying to really like rewrite the pattern in my head because I have a lot of PTSD around just getting burnt out the first time around. And so now it's like, oh wait, what does it look like? And Laura's always telling me this too. What does it look like if it gets to be fun? You know, this can just be easy and it can just be something that you enjoy and it doesn't need to be stressful.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's exciting, but you inspired me.
Thanks.
You are all inspiring me because it's what happens when we face the dragon. And the dragon is like, oh, if I show up, or if I say the thing, or if I text somebody and ask them if they want oils, or like whatever, like we build it up so much in our head, and I do it too. And then you do it and you're like, oh, actually, it's no big deal. And oh my gosh, when I start talking about this, people start coming out. And and I think too, like Lindsay and I had a whole conversation about this, asking for what you need. And Linda's done this. Linda said, I want to go to San Antonio and I need to help find people. Like, you want to be one of my people? And I think when people understand why you're doing it, it's such a different, because there's like icky commission breath when we're like, just help me, blah, blah, and that feels gross. But when you're just showing up authentically and you're telling people like, this is really scary. I may trip over my words. I may stumble. I may fall on my face. Like, and we just own the things. Like Linda, I love that you did that of like, cause you were like, what if I trip over my words? And I'm like, do it. Cause people need to see that we're human and we're not robots. And Lindsay was talking about her Invisalign and nervous about speaking with it. I was like, I don't even know what is, I don't even hear a lisp. I don't even know what it's in.
I
Like
don't
it's,
either.
I hear it, but and then I actually accentuate it just to be like funny, but it's just because it's in my mouth and it feels weird. And I'm starting to get more, used to it. But bouncing off of asking what you need. I've never shared doTERRA and told people on the socials the behind the scenes of doTERRA, like Diamond Club, Silver Club, and I want to go here and I want to do this. I need to help 5 people. If you're one of those, let me know. I've never shared it like that. I've never asked for the help. I've always just done the work behind the scenes, and I've always just been like, hey, if you want this to do, here's the link, blah 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 blah. And I'm not a hey girl, you want oils? I don't reach out to people like that. I'm a projector. I don't implant myself in people's conversations. I have to wait for the invitation. I'm not that person, but you open up that door and I'll be talking about it forever. But it was so easy the way that I just sent the text messages, and I felt a little, like my stomach was up here and I was like, oh God, who's going to respond? And then when my phone would ding, I'm like, oh no, what did they say? Oh no, what did they say? And one said, no, not right now. Financially, I can't, and I told her, let you know, if you do order, don't be surprised when it's $25. She's like, oh, I'll keep that in mind, blah, blah, blah. And she's a great person that I traveled to Peru with, last year. And the other ones, everyone else has said yes. So do the scary stuff that makes you want to either vomit or peel your skin off, because it's okay. Like that just means that like you're leveling up. Like that just means you're doing things and you're just vibrating on a higher level of vibration, and you're just gonna get the most out of everything. So
I love it.
Scary but fun.
It also reminds me of my favorite Schitt's Creek quote. I don't know if anybody else watches Schitt's Creek, but I love it so much. And there's this scene where David's trying to take his driver's license test and he's freaking out about passing it. And his sister just goes, nobody cares, David. Like nobody cares if you fail your driver's license test 5 times. Nobody cares. So I have that on loop in my brain anytime I'm doing something scary. Because at the end of the day, like, okay, you sent a text message, that person doesn't want to hear from you. They don't care though. Like nobody cares. They're not going to be sitting there stewing about you all night the way it's like no one is thinking about you the way you're thinking about you, that kind of a thing, So I always play that on a loop in my head too. Like nobody cares. I just started a new job in the Matrix and have all this anxiety around it and talking to people on the phone. And I'm like, nobody cares, Kelly. Nobody cares. It's fine. Cause like you said, Linz, everyone's got stuff, life is lifey for all of us. And I don't know, for me, that gives me like a permission slip and a little room to breathe to go like, it's all right. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Nobody cares.
and I think deep down people want to help you, but if we're not talking about it, they don't know. Like they have no idea. And it's very vulnerable to ask for help and to get real with people and tell people that you have big goals that you're chasing. And it's equally as vulnerable to receive the yeses. like to receive the help and go, oh my gosh, thank you. Like this has come in. For me, it was really scary to talk about, we're 2 away from graduating Diamond Club. We have 12 people right now. And my mama is on the call. Hi, mama. And she has 2 enrollments. One is like her aide, Audra, because mom like uses the oils all the time in the house. And Audra was like, what are these magical things? I need them. And she specifically waited for November when we had gotten all our others, which was really sweet. And then my mom's like best friend from college, Linda. And Linda was like, I'll support you no matter what. Like you put my order in whenever it works for you. Which is really cool too. So I wanted to give you a shout out, mom, and a shout out to Kelsey. Kelsey, if you're watching the replay, Kelsey got an enrollment this month too for Diamond Club. So it really is like a team effort. And we have 12 people now. We need 2 more to graduate. And it was scary for me to say after we graduate, like now the top 25 people get to go to Hawaii. And I would love to do that. And I thought that people would be like, oh, she's gross. Oh, she's icky. Like she's just doing this to earn a trip, like blah. Like that's the story that I'm telling myself in my brain. And talking about Diamond Club so much, other crossline sisters are reaching out. And there was a friend of mine, if you guys know Dr. Laura in Canada, I call her the other Dr. Laura. She reached out and she said, I'm watching you do Diamond Club. It's inspiring me. It's re-engaging me in my business. I took a step back from my business for a long time and I'd love to like reactivate some people. And so she was sending me lists of people and I was emailing them and we were getting them ready to re-enroll. And she said, I really appreciate you taking the time to help me with this because I know you just get 1 point from Crossline Sisters. And I said, Laura, 1 point is a big deal. Like 1 point can make all the difference in this competition. Like it's big. 1 point could help us go to Hawaii. And she said, let's get you to Hawaii. And like, she just got really excited about it. And it made me want to cry because I think we need more women in our life who will cheer us on. Like we're tired of the mean girls. We're tired of like that stuff. And it's like, there are other women who want to cheer you on and help you like with whatever your goal is. And they clap just as loud for you as like they would for themselves or for other people. So that's been really fun for me in Diamond Club because I get like more excited when I see you guys get enrollments than I do for myself or these, because I know the challenges that you had to overcome to receive those blessings in your life, to like bring in the abundance, to call it in. Cause like, it's kind of scary. Like we have to jump in too and do scary things and like trust the process in that. So I'm really, really proud of all of you. I wanted to share just to clarify, because this is very confusing because for the first month and a half, we were like reactivating old accounts. Now we're just re-enrolling. So just know if you have anybody and it's been over a year since they placed an order with doTERRA, it doesn't matter if they were on another team, if it's your second cousin's sister, whatever, like if somebody had a doTERRA account a long time ago, and even call them out on social, because I've had some people reach out that were just like, oh, I haven't ordered in like 2 years. If I order now, will it help you? And I'm like, yes, it will. Let's help you. All we need is their name and ID. If they don't remember their ID, give me their email. And I can send an email to account management. They work their magic wand, which basically means they delete their email out of the back office account so they can re-enroll. So just re-enroll them. They'll get a new ID number. Tell them, don't log into your old account. Like, delete that. Once you re-enroll, log in and save that new password because we can't have 2 accounts active at the same time. But this will let them re-enroll with their new email. It means they get the free Pebble diffuser, like the special enrollment gifts that they wouldn't get if they wanted to be reactivated. If you do need somebody to be reactivated, there's a few situations where that might help, specifically Power of 3. Maybe you have somebody who wants to just reactivate and start on LRP rewards right away. Maybe they don't want to re-enroll because they don't want to have a new ID number or for whatever the reason it is. We can do that. And it's a different process. So just let me know, but know for the most part, unless you've got a real specific situation, like you need a Power of 3, fill a hole for this month or something, we're just re-enrolling everybody. It's faster, it's quicker. The roll around time, usually within 24 hours, account management, sometimes faster, is clearing these emails for us so that we can just re-enroll people, and they love it because it's easier for them and they get all the enrollment freebies and the Diamond Club freebies and all of that stuff too. And it's the last month, so we don't have to, like, once we hit our 14, if you want, keep going to get to qualify for leadership in San Antonio in March. You need your 5 between October and January to do that. It's a good time to welcome people back. And I really wish doTERRA did this all the time, because the re-enrollment thing is really nice. And even my account manager, I was talking to an account manager yesterday, and they were like, just know this is just for Diamond Club. Like, we're not going to be doing this all the time. I was like, okay, thank you. So like, I just feel like, man, this is the time to let people know, like, come back. If it's been a while, if you fell off the oil wellness journey, like whatever, for whatever life situations, we've got you. Come back. We'll take care of you with all the freebies. And it's been overwhelming. I think I helped 2 brand newbies with oils this month. Everybody else has been reactivations, like just where they re-enroll. That's really kind of been the magic. And we know the oils are so awesome. The products sell themselves. So when people kind of hear that they can do free stuff and come back for free and save that $25 fee, that's really, really cool. We have a few minutes left. I wanted to just kind of open it up if anybody has questions, concerns, needing examples, like what kind of challenges you're going through. If you have celebrations, like I just kind of, this is like time that we have some awesome people here to like coach and help you, if that's on your heart too. As I sip my protein coffee.
I'm drinking protein coffee too. Protein mushroom coffee. I'm gonna do Silver Club. I'm gonna do Silver Club. I did not commit to it correctly because if you don't know by now, I'm going through a divorce. So fun. Yeah, let's celebrate the divorce. It's a celebration. It's not that sad. It's a little sad, but you know. I tried to commit to it last year and I couldn't concentrate on it at all. But I'm in my own abode now, so I'm going to commit to it. What is it, spring?
Yeah.
Spring.
Okay, when does it start?
Next spring.
I think it's March, April, May.
Okay.
I'll have to double check.
And March, when leadership is? Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah. We did it last year, remember?
I know. Yeah, I know.
But it's kind of crazy.
It's fine. Everything's fine. No, I'm excited.
I want people to know what a big deal this is. First off, so Silver Club is like Diamond Club. They're like the same. It's like basically really scary stuff that we're jumping into. And you have to like apply for it. Like you have to do all of these things. So right now, what Silver Club looks like. So I just pulled it up to like be sure. Qualifications is this month, November and December. And Linz has to help 2 people enroll 2 people to qualify for Silver Club, which she's doing. She's got like 5, which is amazing. And it is March through May. So this is for anybody who is between executive and silver rank, and they have to enroll 2 people of 100 PV between November and December. And they have to have 5 team enrollments each month, March, April, May. So in Diamond Club, we need anywhere from 12 to 14. Silver Club is 5. And so we can all help Linz, and it's very similar to Diamond Club. So because Linz is doing this big scary thing that makes her want to puke, just like Diamond Club makes me want to puke, we will be able to have a code, just like we have a Diamond Club code, which allows our people to get freebies. And this is a big deal. The only time people see those little codes, have you ever had customers ask, like, what is this coupon code? Can I have a coupon code? And I tell them, like, the only time we get to use that coupon code is for Diamond Club or Silver Club. So it's like a big deal that Linz is doing this, and it's going to allow us to offer special freebies and exclusive things that no other team who's not doing this can do. So it's a big freaking deal. And I'm so excited for you, Linz. So let us know how we can support you, and we will all get to hug you in March in San Antonio. Come to Texas, everyone. It'll be fun. And we can cheer Linz on and support her with Silver Club, because it's a lot. Like, these programs are a lot. And I don't know about you, Linz, but I feel like too, it's like, sometimes it's fun to like have something, like sometimes I do better when I have a goal. Like, and I'll push myself when I wouldn't.
We're our own bosses, and I can sit on the couch and dilly-dally if I want to, you know what I mean? But if I have a goal and I have, someone like something to look forward to, and that's for anything, any type of goal. Even if you have a goal with being more healthy with your oils or your supplements, I create 30, 60, 90-day goals for customers that want to do it and do it that way. So having a goal makes you just stay on track, stay organized, create, habits, healthy habits, organizational habits, personal habits, professional habits, just any type of goal. That's why people do vision boards and, have goals at the end of the month, and budgets and this and that. There's goals for every type of business. So for me, it's helpful because I can get off track easily. So I have no excuses now. So, and this is being recorded. Wonderful. Use it against me in the spring. Okay.
Yeah, and I think that's what like this tribe of sisters does, is we cheer each other on, and we support each other. And we also, like, I think love is also holding people accountable, is also saying like, hey, I see you, I love you. Like, I always tell Kelly, call me on my shizzle, right? Like, we also need people to call us out sometimes and be like, hey, no. Like, and Kelly's really good at like, till after your period to send that message to somebody, like, maybe we don't do that right now. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, sometimes we need people in our life that are like, okay, hold on a second.
Definitely. It helps to have that kind of a community for sure. Especially when you know that it's coming from a place of love and not from anything else, And I don't know, for me, I find it's my poor husband. It's easier when Laura will call me on my shit than it is when when he does, right? Like, it's almost like having someone outside of your immediate bubble to call you on something and be like, hey, I'm noticing this pattern or this behavior is more well received than when it comes from inside the house. So I'm grateful for it.
We all need that. We all need people to speak truth into
Mhm.
us from a place of love.
Yeah.
That's helpful. I'm so grateful you're all here. We got a minute left. Anything else? It's just, we will probably have BOGOs. Let me just say that. I haven't gotten a confirmation, but if doTERRA does what I think they're going to do, plan for a BOGO week, the week of November 18th. I don't know if that's true, but because my go-to account manager, Kevin, he's been out of the office for like over a month and a half. I'm really praying he comes back really soon, but so just plan for it. It's usually, that's like our Black Friday. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, like, if you needed any more goodies to help with abundance, with qualifying for leadership, or like any of the things, we got BOGOs coming. It's the most abundant time of the year. Yeah.
Hey, at least it's not over Thanksgiving this year. That was rough.
Yes, that was rough. BOGOs during Thanksgiving week was rough.
It was horrible.
I think they learned their lesson. That was a one and done. That was a one and done. But we're here for it.
Thank you for all being here. I'm so grateful for all of you. Well, do